Phighting, a game I haven't played in 8 months. You already know that because it's in the title and thumbnail. I stopped playing a bit after Coil's release as I was a bit burnt out, so I was waiting for the next big update. Then I just kinda forgot about the game for 8 months, but after seeing a video about comedy with strategy starting, I wanted to play again. What do you mean the festival is over 1 year ago? God damn it. Well, better late than never, I guess. Now, going into this festival 2 days after it started, I randomly chose Team Comedy as I don't really care and I just want to play the game. So, after loading in, I picked my boy Katana ready to play, but that would take a bit because...
Okay, so... Oh, he got a new rocket animation, that's actually nice. What? Sorry, why can I not fly with this M1? Why can I not fly? What is this? What the fuck is this? Why is he... Hold it, what did they do to my boy? What did they do to my boy? I'm not actually against him getting a rework.
I am a Katana main, actually scratch that, I'm Katana's biggest fan, but I wasn't against him getting a rework as he was a very one-note character. And at the start I was really hopeful for it as I really liked the sword rework, but there's only one way to see if I liked it, so into my first game. Okay, look, it was my first game in 8 months, it was a warm-up game. I also didn't show the part where I completely missed my ult. That's because I didn't know how it worked, because I didn't read the new abilities. Thinking about it, that's probably why I played like ass. But okay, first game not off to a good start, but things can only get better from here. You may have noticed that the textures and parts of the map have not loaded in. If you're wondering why, it's because Roblox is shit. I've had this problem for over 2 years and I have no idea what causes it. So it stops textures and models being loaded in. And it occasionally made me think some things have been changed even if they're the exact same.
What does my right click do? It doesn't throw out the thing, like the multi-hit thing.
Now I did end up going 7-2 even with this being my second game and Roblox being shit, but it was an unfair game with only one person on the enemy team going positive. So I'm still warming up. I've got bad positioning, bad game sense, I have hit a few good hooks at this point, but I would fumble to kill a lot of the time since I wasn't used to his new M2. And with his new
I forgot that had knockback.
Seriously? Only 3 games in?
What is this? Why, Roblox?
I decided to play medkit on this map when it was loaded like this, for some reason.
Do plane models load in? Oh my gosh. What is happening?
No.
What?
No, they're not.
There's a plane in the middle of this, but I can't see it. So I'm just shooting at nothing.
Die, healing, die, kill.
Killed by nothing because the models are not loading. Why?
Going forward a bit, the textures have started to load in again with good timing as this was my first time playing a bonus round. I wish I had stuff to talk about, but we won 20-8. The bonus round was also 1 for all, so everybody just played the same character and this isn't new. But the fact that I now knew that this was in the game, I was quite excited to see what the other bonus rounds were. So skipping forward a few more boring games, on game 12 I could tell you how I felt about Katana, and I did not like it. But first I'll talk about him before his rework. His old passive, Luminous Fortune, would add marks to enemies. Each mark would increase the damage and slow dealt to enemies and shield granted to you, automatically detonating at 5 stacks. His primary has a 5-swing combo that stops you from moving, instead it pushes you forward with each swing, as well as letting you stay in the air, but only for the 5 swings, but it can be reset with his secondary. His secondary, Spirit Cleanse, is a single slash that detonates any stacks of Luminous Fortune, as well as resetting his 5-swing combo. His new passive got changed to not slow enemies anymore, and now needing his secondary to activate it. His new primary has a slightly shorter range and doesn't let him stay in the air anymore. His new secondary can now be charged. At no charge, it's one slash like the old version. At one charge, it's one slice where he dashes forward, and when fully charged, he slices forward 6 times. So the initial reason why I didn't like his rework at first was because his primary wouldn't let him stay in the air anymore. It may not seem like a big thing, but to me that was a big part to why I liked him so much. It would deny so much damage as melee characters sometimes couldn't hit him, mainly because his primary had a stupidly long range, but that's now been toned down. And ranged characters could shoot at his team or shoot at him but lose out on splash damage. And with his passive giving him shield, it made him self-sustaining. Even at this point I did understand why the devs removed it, as Banhammer players would suffer and Boombox players would suddenly explode. For his secondary, I wasn't really vibing with it. A big part of that was a skill issue, but at the time I didn't know exactly why I didn't like it. His ult was also changed from a big circle that had an overly complex damaging system to a dash which is much more interesting. It does have a problem where it can be used as a fuck this specific person move if they don't have enough mobility to get out of line of sight. Unless I miss and hit a tree, or a plant, or an office plant. Do I just hate plants? But I was just so happy they kept his hook the same. But I could not say the same thing about his E ability. I will get to that later. So those were my initial thoughts about the Katana rework, and yes, some of it was definitely a skill issue, but like, give me a break.
And I'm in their spawn.
Devs, please make the spawns different colors so my dumbass knows what side of the map I'm on. But it wasn't all that bad. The game right after I got a 15 kill streak, for like a second.
15 kill streak immediately gone.
So hey, 15 kill streak, I still got it. Nobody can stop me. I'm kind of like the best player in the world at this game. I'm kind of like a god at this game. Okay, ignore that, cut that part out. So after that amazing performance, Roblox of course decided to stop loading models, giving me this screenshot.
Sir, you're floating, sir. What is...
This was also the second time I got a bonus round. Never mind, we won 20-4, so that was fun. Going into this festival, I had 2 goals I wanted to achieve. The second one was I wanted to get good at Coil, but that's taking a back seat due to Katana reworks. And the first one was to get a plus on my rank, as when you get enough XP you can level up from comedy member to comedy enjoyer and so on. I didn't know how much XP was needed, so I decided to take a look at the wiki. And somehow that didn't go to plan.
I just looked at the wiki. What is this? SpongeBob anime. Don't Hyperlaser. Tree anime. What is this? Your fighting community care to explain what? Wait, is that who I think it is? Is that Minos Prime?
Okay, so the wiki I clicked on was the fandom one. Fandom is a website that hosts a lot of wikis, and oh boy, is it trash. So the Phighting wiki is now on their own site, so the fandom one is unmoderated. Except the fandom one is unfortunately closing down, so we'll get no more of that. It's truly unfortunate. I did eventually find a new wiki and how much XP I needed after a bit.
Tree, vines.
So back to the game, and game 24 was the first pond of the festival. Okay, so I'm stupid. I didn't know how this word was pronounced, so I just said pond instead of pwned. And I say that throughout this entire video, so you're just going to have to deal with that. But in my defense, 1, I'm stupid. 2, my vocabulary is very limited, and with the amount of swearing I do, that should be very obvious. Look, I'm trying my best. On game 25, for some reason, I decided to play Boombox. Now, I play almost every character, except for Boombox. I only ever played him to get his badge, so I don't know why I did this, and I didn't even know he got a rework, so this is sure to go great. How the hell did I do better with Boombox than I did on Katana? What the fuck? The only reason why I did this good was because I had a medkit keeping my dumbass alive and I stole like half the kills. My game plan was this. Now is smashing buttons skillful? No. Did it work? Yeah, somehow. Did I get brain damage?
Somewhat. I also just completely whiffed my ult. I forgot I was playing this character. I forgot I used my ult. And I missed my shot. I'm playing like ass.
Well, if I'm failing at playing the most shit, I mean one of the more easier characters to play, then I should probably go see a doctor. I did also play some other characters, which didn't go as well.
My movement is too clean. Okay, now, what the fuck? What? Huh? What the fuck, game? Oh, and, okay, can't play him. Oh, no. Oh. Fighter beans, fighter, what? That means, oh. How do I have the highest score in my team? What for my team? Get the fuck back here, medkit. Thanks for the 3 kills, okay. Wait, don't do it again. Don't get and he did it again. What the hell did that sword just do?
And Banhammer just comes in from the top ropes.
And just on them for ults. What is that subspace ult? How did I get into it?
Thank you, Coil, for the jump boost. After getting hanged to death by Banham, I ended up calling it there. Probably not the best game to end on. Now, I did also play a couple games of Shuriken, but I didn't show any of them because, well...
I'm not sure about that chains. MVP, never mind, I love the chains.
And that's the end of day 1. Talking about the chains for Shuriken, I'm not sure... Oops, wrong fridge. I'm not entirely sure why they gave his primary attack a fan attack as well, as before it felt perfectly fine with just a single charge up attack. And for Hyperlaser's chains, his E was changed from a teleport to a slide. Okay, how can I not make that comparison? They both have railguns. But I do think the change is good though. For Boombox, his rework seems fine. I still don't find him fun to play, but I'm just happy they got rid of his shield as that was very unfun to fight. I was still very rusty at this point, but my skill was slowly coming back. So, that's the end of day 1. Day 2, slept well, excited to play. Internet died for an hour.
What?
Okay, 1 hour later and I'm in my first game.
Just keep behind the point. I'm not sure if it's going on. It is, okay.
Seriously? In the first game?
What?
Okay, how the hell did this Katana live? That's actual bullshit.
Oh shit, and I just got my bind staff killed. I'm sorry, bind staff.
This was my 5th match of the day, and after this I decided to swap over to pro servers. As I've realised, I've never actually played in pro servers before because almost nobody plays in them, but with the festival having a lot of people, I could actually find servers that were full. So it's just been my first time playing pro servers, I had no clue what to expect.
Festival, oh god. Shit.
Sword. Lay off.
He's attacking my medkit, so I decide to go after him. I do damage to get him out of the fight. I fall back since his teammates is there, then I go after the vine staff. Stay in the high ground as I see my teammates are doing fine. Go back to him once again because he's going to the exact same spot.
Oh, okay.
I got pinned, so I decided to fall back, and then I proceed to use my ult and miss because I thought it would be funny. If you're playing Hyperlaser and nobody on my team is going after you and you aren't even using flank routes, I'm going to go after you. Okay, I also use my ult here and miss again because I thought it would be funny. And then I die like a dumbass.
Hello, Hyperlaser. Lovely to see you again.
And then I proceed to miss my third ult in a row.
This sword has been riding for the past 2 minutes.
My first pro game ever, and I get MVP. I'm just that good.
Grab. Shit.
This was the very next game.
Beautiful. Escape. Yeah.
Alright, second pro game did not play as well as the first one, but hey, the third game will be much better.
Sir, Roblox, what are you doing, Roblox? The second time this has happened. Hello, sir. Yes, get. What the fuck? Game. Oh, sick, awesome.
So after only playing 4 pro games, the lobby closed, and I think that's a sign to not play in pro servers anymore, as these games were not that fun. It felt like normal servers, except everybody found their favorite character, so I just kept facing them over and over again. So I didn't find it that fun, but I could have just gotten unlucky with the server I was in. And looking back, I should have probably played in more pro servers to see if they're all like that, but I ended up just swapping back to open servers.
How the hell did my katana even die there? That would have hit. That should have hit if it wasn't his shield. New map. This, Roblox, do not fuck me on this. Please, load the goddamn map. No, is it loaded in somewhat?
The map's mostly loaded in, but the lighting is messed up. I really want to talk about this map as it's weird. It's an Annihilate map that's not mirrored. It's the only map that had dynamic spawns, and it's based off of Dust 2. Wait, what? Oh, for fuck's sake, it is. Bowzo-y's third law of Counter-Strike. Game which have a map will have Dust 2. Starting from red team spawn, this is the highest point of the map. It has 3 paths outwards. The left and right paths lead to the middle, and the left path can also lead directly to blue team spawn. And the mid path has a one-way trapdoor.
Do you mind? That closes? What the fuck is happening? Huh? No, you just missed. Oh, that's so cool. It closes. No, okay, I thought it closed, but never mind. Oh, please. How did he miss that? Fucking Banhammer, fucking help me, bro.
I said it had a one-way trapdoor. I never said it worked. The middle has 2 levels, the top being mostly empty with having some cover from broken walls and the crane, and towards the back there are 2 boons that can also be stood on. There is also the lower section around the crane, as well as an underground section that has 3 entrances to it. For blue spawn there's only 2 exits, one going to the long pathway where they have the low ground till they reach the mid, as well as an alleyway to the other side. The other exit leads directly to the crane, or even further back to what's just bomb site A. This map used to have dynamic spawns where you could spawn over the map in other places. This feature was later disabled, but you can still see some of the spawn point decals, and I think that this was a good change as sometimes it would just screw you over. With all the alleyways and how height is used, it's one of the most unique maps in the game, but it's got some problems. Some characters are just bad on this map. Well, okay, maybe that's not a bad thing. As well, with all of the alleyways, your team can get split up very easily, so you need teammates that have spatial awareness. but with this being a Roblox game, that's pretty unlikely.
What the fuck is that?
And if your team is together, almost all the team fights are in mid or to the back of blue spawn, and they're not the most fun areas to fight in. The map looks really good, especially with all the small details, but all of this detail comes at a cost. There's so many places where you can get car time stuff that doesn't serve anything meaningful to the gameplay, as well as it not being the most clear in what does have collision and what doesn't. And if the devs don't want players to be able to stand line this wall, there shouldn't be an invisible warp there. They should just make it higher or put barbed wire that deals damage to the player. So while I have a lot of problems with this map, I still enjoy it, with sort of the situation you get into. It's just a very mixed bag from game to game.
My team is just everywhere and we haven't... Do my choreograph who is just running against the post. He's like out. And he's A-posing. What? Oh, the fuck? Huh? Oh, what the fuck is this? Okay. Okay, you got me, game. Fuck. What? Oh, this is... I've played this map before. What? No? What?
Okay, let's talk about the other new map. It's technically not a new map, it's a rework of an older map, and it was very weird. I didn't record at the time and I couldn't find any videos online, so enjoy the screenshots. It had low gravity, there were 4 spawn points. To get to the middle you had to jump across floating checkered platforms. The middle point had no cover at all. At 1 minute left, 2 of the rings of fire would move up, becoming platforms you could stand on, and the checkered platforms would reform into flat bridges. From my memory, playing it was fun for a bit, but way too gimmicky. As for the new version... I don't like it. Spawns on a platform with 3 teleporters to the middle like sword fights on the heights. The middle is a circular platform where almost all the fighting happens. There are 2 bridges connected to it, as well as having 2 lower paths up to it. It has 2 gears for cover and that can be used to get to the high ground with mobility, and having a gear shaft in the middle that can be used for cover. And surrounding the points there's a lot of archways that overlook it. This map's gimmick is that the points rises 2 times throughout the match. At stage 1 the middle door leads straight to the point, the right door leads to your team's high ground, and the lower pass to the point is right below it. The left door can overlook the point and jump to it, or go to the enemy's high ground. At stage 2 the middle door goes to the lower pass, the right door is pretty much the same, and the left door now leads directly to the point. At stage 3 the middle door is completely useless to characters without vertical mobility. The right door is now at the same heights as the point, and the left door now goes to the lower pass. The area around the map is pretty empty, mostly just having stairs and some knight statues. And at 1 minute left the clock tower will explode, the saturation of the map will decrease, and after a bit everybody's view will return back to normal. So the reason why I don't like the map is because I find it boring. It's just a straight line to the point most of the time, as almost all of the fights are on the point or the bridges, and there's not much cover so it feels the same each time. And if you do fight outside, it's the same problem where there's no cover, so it creates boring interactions. And you can't even use the outside of that effective of a flank route unless you're skateboard due to how big the map is. And the gimmick of the points rising just doesn't feel impactful or like it does anything. And it's a shame as this map is gorgeous and easily my favourite looking map in the entire game, and the song is really good. But with the amount of problems I have with it, I'm not sad that it's temporary.
What? A bro stuck in the floor?
I guess some things never change.
He's stuck in the clock? Or the gears?
Since I'm talking about maps, this was the first time I ever played Walk.
Oh. Oh no. Why? Why? Can I not just play the map? This is the first time I'm playing this map. Can I not just play it normally? What? Okay, where the fuck am I going? Even my Banhammer is confused on where we have to go. Why do we have to do on ATF spot? Even my medkit is confused. Like, what? Okay. Can I jump down there? Is that safe or is that desperate? I have no.
I don't feel like I should have gotten MVP. After playing the map more without the bonus round, I can confidently say I don't like it.
Okay, we'll just... I don't die here, I don't die. I'm just doing nothing as skateboard. I'm doing something as skateboard, okay. That might be the first time I have ever seen somebody die to the train on this map. I got it.
I play one game of Biograph and I get called a bat. And that's the end of day 2. I wanted to talk more about Katana. At this point, I really started to like his M2 as I had to change how I thought about him, as before he was the tank. Banhammer can fuck shit up, but he's way more risky since he needs to deal damage with his abilities to get his shield back, with Katana being more consistent. But after the rework, he's now more like Sword, and starting to learn his new playstyle. I was having so much fun. With it also making me a bit sad, as I was very attached to his original playstyle because he's kind of the reason why I even played this game. I first played in 2022, but I was very on and off. Around 2023 is when I really started playing this game, as that's when I started playing a lot of Katana. One of the reasons why I liked him so much was because he was the only character to have no mobility, which gave him a unique playstyle. Ignore Vine Staff. So he had to play around corners, and the only way to deal with ranged characters was to hit your hook. So giving him mobility feels like it takes parts away from him. Even with all of that, at this point in the festival, I did really start to like him again, and he was quickly becoming one of my favourite characters again. Well, except for one part. I will get to that later. So going into day 3, I decided to start off with the tutorial as there's a badge for completing it.
What the fuck? Fuck you, game. Shut up. What? And maybe that game? Am I exploring? Oh.
So after easily beating the tutorial, I decided to try Coil, so I ended up messing around with his abilities in the practice range, understanding nothing, because I didn't read the abilities. So I was ready for my first game as Coil.
I'm fucking blind. Oh god, what is it?
Guess I won't be playing Coil then. Okay, into my actual first game as Coil. Do I even need to show the gameplay? I played horribly. I had no clue what my abilities did. I was smashing my keyboard and I was praying.
What the fuck? What? Wait, how did I die to him?
This was the third
Okay.
game of the day. I feel like I'm supposed to have something to say here, but this is just embarrassing. My fourth game though, I actually did something. kind of, somehow going 8-0. But of course the next game my brain just decides to blue screen.
What?
I got to be the dumbest person on the planet.
Somewhat open, like with some long one. Oh, okay, now we're just playing, yeah, bad now. Yeah. Oh god, it's just Banhammer. Battle. Like calming music, just hold E, right click every so often. Yep, Pond. Incredible job, guys.
I've already talked about All for One a bit with Sice, but with Banhammer it's a lot more fun to watch. It's very dependent on what character you're playing, as with Banhammer it's quite fun, but with other characters it was just...
This is probably not... Damn. 2 points.
Seriously? Already? Again, what? Back to what I was saying, with Banhammer it's very fun, but with other characters like Biograph, it was just kind of miserable. And the Sice game before, it was very one-sided, and that's because there's a lot of new players because of the festival. So when they get put on a character they don't really know, it's really difficult.
Yep, just kill, pawn, a third pawn, single matched.
Never mind, god damn it.
Nope, stun, great spinning here. Right, no, kill, yep. Couple bolts. Pawned again. 4 pawns. I mean, 21 kills. It's no big deal.
Wait, this was when I was supposed to be playing Coil. So this part was going to be about Coil, but I don't want to edit it, so I won't, as it's just me playing badly. I now realize I have not actually explained what Coil does, so here are his abilities. Okay, good, now you know what Coil does, and to anybody who couldn't read it in time, I'll give a simplified explanation. He's got 3 modes: jump boost, speed boost, and healing. You cycle through them by pressing R, giving you the boost and a teammate you're connected to. Your teammate is separate from your current mode, and if you go too far away it disconnects. Each mode has different moves, 0 shot time talking about all of them. He also has a common meter, and at every high rank it will make your mode more effective. As well as landing the secondary at S grade resets your grade, grants your teammate you're connected to a temporary buff, and grants nearby allies a small version of your current buff. And when he ults, he says forget all of that, breaks your spine. So this has pretty much been my first time playing him, trying to remember all of that while it's hot outside and me trying to provide commentary while playing. It was making my brain melt, so it wasn't really going well. So I'll be skipping over a bunch of games for your sake as well as mine, but don't worry, I'll get back to them later. Wait, go back? Motherfuck.
Round 2, let's do this again.
7 games later. Oops, I don't know how that footage got in there.
Battle of the Beyblades.
While these games are quite fun, there were lots of unfair games after this.
19, how the fuck did I get 19 kills?
All of these games are back to back, so lots of people left the server, and the next game started as a 3v4. Then the skateboarder on the enemy team left, and I felt bad about it since he was a really new player. With my subspace also leaving. I didn't leave as this was the first time I played this map in the festival, and I wanted to get some footage of every map.
Thank you, fuck you game, fuck you, okay. Oh, it's what I'm playing now. No, fuck you. We're playing this now, shit.
It wasn't fun, so I just ended up changing servers.
Yeah, I just switched lobbies. I just feel bad for that.
I already talked about how sometimes Roblox doesn't load in models and textures for me. If that happens, it also means I can't change servers.
Oh shit, the fuck? What? The fuck?
Step aside, Rocket League. This is a real game. Wait, that's the enemy scoring. Fuck.
Holy guac. What did I walk into?
It's just a couple of boomboxes playing with some balls. I see nothing weird with this. Wait a second. People still left the server after, so I was just not taking anything seriously.
And oh, we got stuck with both.
I look away for 1 second and the banhammer just throws himself off the man.
Can I? Okay, good.
And that's the end of day 3. I played a lot of Coil and I did start to somewhat understand him and I had a few good games. But even with those games, I was still not finding him that fun to play, but I was still trying to get better at him. And I would show my end of day stats, but I can't because I forgot to write it down. Now I could theoretically go through all of the footage and write all of it down, but no. So starting off day 4 with the mid-festival results. Ow, 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 why? Okay, so not the best for team comedy, but what if I told you it was rigged and there was drama? Okay, so here's how it was rigged. A lot of pro players said that they were going to play in team comedy, so a lot of less skilled players joined team comedy because they want to win. Except the pro players actually joined team tragedy. Okay, so this is stupid, right? Most people just pick the team they like and pro players don't even have that much influence in the festival. It's fine to be invested for your team to win, but not to the point where you start trying to make new slurs, for fuck's sake. Once when I played Biograph a single time and now in the lobby. Okay, just ignore all of my hate crimes against old women. I had no reason to do this. I didn't even get the kill.
Okay, yep, got the kill.
Oh shit, wait, I'm actually doing something as Coil. What is that? Support penalty is a status effect that applies to support fighters capable of healing, namely Coil, Medkit, and Vine Staff. Support penalty reduces any incoming healing by other fighters by 25%. What? It's a bit more complicated than that, but with this existing, you're generally not supposed to heal Vine Staff as Coil. Or at least that's what this video tells me, as well as I learned that this was in the game because of this video. I have zero clue how you're ever supposed to find out that this exists in the game, so I ended up healing my Vine Staff as Coil a lot of the times. Sorry, Vine Staff. Okay, moving on, forget about Coil.
Oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
This map was a collaboration with another Roblox game, and I had never seen this map before, so I was really confused. This map's gimmick is that it has a lot of different floors you can go to.
Wait, I want to kill the enemies. No, I want to visit everywhere. Fuck, no, I didn't. Why? Fuck. I didn't mean to.
Or only visit 2 of them, I guess. But also, the map wasn't even fully loaded in, and I had no idea.
Oh, god damn it. So. Wait, how do I hit headshots?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about bonus rounds now. Since I don't know what to do for this part and I'm lazy, I'm going to put them in a tier list. So welcome to the ultimate Phighting bonus round tier list by me. Starting this list is kind of forgot that this one existed. It barely impacted any of my games, if at all. I'm indifferent about it, so B tier. I love this one. I find it so much fun how it rewards map knowledge, especially for ranged characters. It was also active for my first time playing Ravenlock.
Where the fuck am I going?
So it's not good for new players, but I find it so damn fun. S tier. I also find this one really fun as well, as it rewards aim. At this point in the festival, I would have probably put it below C players through walls, but after playing it more, it's definitely my favourite. S tier. Ow. I wasn't able to read all of it in time when playing, so I had no idea what the second part said until I looked at the wiki. As for the modifier itself, I feel like it does nothing most of the time, but adds in pointless chaos. C tier, not that fun. 100% faster capture speed, 50% point size. So somehow I never played this a single time. I didn't even know that this existed until I looked at the wiki to make this part of the video, so unranked? I talked about this in the Banhammer part and it's still the same, as it's very dependent on what character it is. If it's Banhammer, it's fun. If it's Biograph, not so fun. And it's not new, so B tier? I find this one fun as I enjoy almost every character, so I don't really have unfun games. And it also means I don't have to fight the same stupid, annoying character over and over again. But it's also not new, and it's not the most interesting. So, A tier. I sometimes have a hard time telling characters apart, and I don't think I need to tell you what this does to class recognition, as well as how do you hit headshots. I hit 4 headshots in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Where is the head hitbox? It was slightly fun for the first minute and then very quickly became unfun. F tier. And since I'm talking about character readability, I have a few problems with this game. For a Roblox game, it's done a pretty good job at keeping characters readable. But there were 2 skins that caused me trouble at the time. The first was Griefer Space. It looks cool. I personally find the lower frame rate to not look the best. This frame rate, that's no aesthetic, that's convenience. This is also my first time using Blender, I have no clue what I'm doing, but that's not the problem. The issue I have with it is his ult. As when he ults, he does a spin and raises his arm, then he summons a sword and a flower Venus flytrap thingy. All of his other skins summon a star or something close to that. Or a present. So when I see somebody ulting and a plant spawns, I think it's a Vine Staff ult. Now do they look similar? No. But I didn't know about the skin at the time, and with the amount of shit that can be on screen at once, it can be a bit difficult to tell Subspace and Vine Staff apart.
What ult is that? The fuck? Oh, that's cool. Why does this ult look like this? Why is this show? Ooh, I get the fucking... Oh, you not... What? I thought that was a Vine Staff ult. I did not, that looked like a different ult. I did not realize.
During the making of this video, there were 2 new subspace skins added, and I do believe that the glitched one does have the same problem. But also, now Subspace Ult has an orb around that shows its effective radius, and while this does help, it does have a problem of it causing more visual clutter. But I do believe that the most recognizable part of his ult should be the star that he spawns, not an orb around it. So while this does help, it doesn't fully solve the problems I have with some of his skins. And the other skin that was causing me trouble was C-Shot. For the life of me, I could not tell who this was so many times in playing.
And this is a slingshot? What is this cosmetic?
And with newer skins getting more complex, going further away from the character's base design, and the amount of effects and particles they add, this problem is only getting worse. I hope that the developers can fix this problem, but I know it will take a lot of work to do, so I'm just hoping that newer skins don't add to this problem even more. It's been a while, so let's see how I was doing on Coil.
It's
Never mind.
Ow, fuck, why fuck is that so loud? Huh? What? Victory!
Okay, but seriously, how did we win this game? And that's the end of day 4. At this point in the festival, I thought that there would be a bit more stuff, but I was still having fun. So, into day 5. Average Hyperlaser just standing at the back of the map. I guess I should finally address the Hyperlaser in the room. How the get out of my house! Small disclaimer for this next part, if you play your main Hyperlaser, that's completely fine, as I also enjoy playing Hyperlaser from time to time, but I usually get bored of him after a couple games. I fucking hate Hyperlaser. Shocking, I know. The reason why I hate him is because he's dumb, stupid, bad, stupid. I'm definitely not saying this because I've had a lot of bad interactions with Hyperlaser players, and I definitely don't have any resentment because Katana suffered the most from Hyperlaser before his rework, because I believe he creates unfun interactions that make the game worse. But of course he's dumb and stupid, those are the main reason. The real reason why I don't like him is because he creates unfun interactions, says the Katana main, but let me explain. Take this example, if I'm playing Banhammer, Rockets or Support, Vine Staff, if there's an enemy Hyperlaser, I can't do much about him since he's usually in the back because he has a sniper. So I have to hope that one of my teammates harasses him, and if not, me and my entire team suffers and I don't even have a way to fight back. So if I keep playing the same character, I suffer or swap off, but I'm already playing a character I like, so I don't want to do that. But okay, I swap characters. I don't want to be doing this. I want to be in team fights, not babysitting a Hyperlaser, and the Hyperlaser sure as hell doesn't find this fun. In this clip, I kill them once and they leave the game. And I don't blame them because they might only enjoy playing Hyperlaser. And well, what can they do? They lose almost all the time if nobody on their team supports them. So they suffer like I was before. They can keep playing Hyperlaser or swap to a different character they might not like as much, or leave the game. So that's why I don't like Hyperlaser. But I'm also a Katana main, and before his rework he arguably suffered the most against Hyperlaser. So okay, I do have some resentment there. But with him getting mobility, it's not too bad, as well with his new shield. As not only does it help him, it also helps his teammates a lot. Well, it's finally time to talk about his shield. But before his rework, his oldie was Foul Counter. It would make him temporarily negate almost all damage and knockback. If he took 20 damage, it would cause him to slash, dealing 14 damage, and with every subsequent 20 damage dealt to him, it would increase his damage. And I was so sad that they removed this, as my favourite thing to do was this. So this next part of the video was going to be a short edit where I show clips of swords ulting, then I hook them, then they throw their sword at me, so they hit themselves but I counter it. And if I counter it at the correct time, then I also hit them. So that's what this part of the video is supposed to be. I wrote it in the script. The reason why it's not that is because it turns out I don't have any video of it. I never clipped any of the times it happened. But I do have this clip from 2024 where a sword hits me with his ult, I counter it and then kill walk it. I just want to say this happened way more than you expect it would, but for some reason I just never clipped it. So I really liked it because of how satisfying it was to hit a hook on a sword ulting and have that sword's own ult hit them while you counter it. And in the rare chance where they don't throw the ult at you, they don't have their sword, so they don't have any mobility to get away. I also don't know if this tech had any name, as I don't use Discord because... Here's your fun fact for this video. I wrote this joke before Discord added age verification. So safe to say I loved his counter. Then the devs replaced it with the shield. My first reaction was, oh, it's trash, and it stayed that way for days, as I had not gone against many good ranged players. You create a shield that stops enemy projectiles. Enemies that walk into it are given a stack of Luminous Fortune. Hitting the hooks through it gives 2 stacks of Luminous Fortune. The shield has 250 HP that slowly goes down with it being out for a maximum of 5 seconds. So I first hated it as it felt like a downgrade in almost every way, and I just found it less fun to use. I'm only talking about it now because after facing some really good ranged players, I found it to be really useful, as it can provide so much value for yourself and your team. Now while I do love his old counter, that move was kind of bullshit, specifically towards skateboard players, so I'm a bit sad it got removed. I do think it's a good thing. So I find the rework to be great, as Boombox and Banhammer players don't suffer from him being able to fly, and just previously mentored his counter, and now he has ways to deal with ranged characters. But even with all of that, Hyperlaser is still not fun to fight, and it's kind of important in a game called Phighting. I hope he gets the same treatment as Katana, where people that play him still enjoy him, while removing the unfun interactions he creates.
What? Why? Why is my teammate in their spawn? Why is my teammate like in the enemy? What? Okay. Okay, and two of my teammates are in an enemy spawn. What are they doing? Why? How the fuck am I this stupid? Fuck.
This was the first time I played this map in the festival and my 5th time playing the reworked version of this map, like ever. So of course the models have not loaded in.
What the oh, that's cool. Thank you, Roblox. Can I go after? Oh my god, you would not go.
How the hell does this hit? So let me just go through this, right? I'm looking at the vine staff, I saw out my hook, and then this. How the hell does this hit the skateboard? He's behind me. And then this. Thank you, Phighting. Thank you, Roblox. So while I couldn't play as many games this day as I had to go do some stuff, I did get a plus on your rank. And after facing a lot of good ranged players and starting like Katana's shield, he quickly became my favourite character again. So starting day 6. Going into day, I could barely play that day, and I would show you the stats, but once again I'm dumb and I forgot to write down, so they'll be added on to the next day. Into day 7, this was the last day of the festival, and I had still not gotten MVP as Coil, so I was really trying to get that. Oh cool, I got my first MVP as Coil.
How the fuck is that? How the fuck do I get MVP in that match? What the fuck?
I was not happy about this being my first MVP as Coil, as I felt like I didn't deserve it. I mean, just look at the gameplay. Okay, stop looking, it's bad. I've been playing it up a bit about how bad I actually am at Coil. I've had quite a few good games I was proud of, but I was just not having a fun time playing him. When I first started, I was struggling just to remember what all of my abilities did, how many times I pressed R to swap to mode I wanted, what teammates I was connected to and what mode they had, and my combo meter. So having to remember all of that and everything else that goes on, with it being hot out and me having a headache on some days, it didn't make for the most enjoyable experience. But I could see myself getting better every day. And by the last day, I felt pretty comfortable playing him, not saying I was good, but I could have an idea then execute it. I was still very inconsistent though, so even after all of that, I still don't like him. It's not because he's a difficult character, it's for lots of reasons, but the main ones are, 1. He does a lot okay, but not any one particular thing amazingly. And I'm not usually a fan of these types of characters in games. Reason number 2, relying on teammates is not fun. Coil is best when he has a reliable teammate he can stay with. Yes, this goes for everybody, but Coil's kit really incentivizes it. Reason number 3, I don't find him satisfying to play, which is my biggest reason why I don't like him. I think this is due part to him doing a lot okay, but not any one particular thing amazingly, but something about him just never really clicked for me. But I do like when a Coil is on my team, as hopefully I'll realize I'm competent. Sometimes competent, so it can both benefit. Now I was still playing a lot of Coil after this, as I wanted to get an MVP I felt I deserved.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. No, fuck, I'm not playing Coil, I'm not playing Coil, fuck Coil, no. I think this is my first time 606, or at least doing me a full match. Okay, now I'm just... Oh fuck, dude. It's a 50-50, it's a 50-50. Oh god.
For the 3rd time, let's do this again.
What is happening on my screen right now? I can't even fucking tell. And I'm just dead. And how long did that take?
It took 13 seconds for the first pawn.
What is happening? No, okay, pawn, 3rd pawn this match. Can we get it more than 4 like my other match? Oh god, no, I'm dead here, yeah. Pawn, that's the 4th pawn this match.
I've been showing all of the pawn clips, but I can't forget about the plane.
Please, one second. Let's fucking go. So much skill in that single match. God damn it. What the hell was this match? We got 5 pawns, 1 match. 5 pawns, 1 match. Thanks to the fucking plane. How many people did the plane kill?
The plane had killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 confirmed kills. There are also 2 clips where I didn't see it, so I can't confirm if the plane killed them. Now I also said that there were 5 pawns, except the last one it only showed 1 pawn effect, but everybody was dead, so I'm counting as 2. I don't care what the game says. And the next match is Boom Ball! Alright, never mind, yeah, I'll just skip past that one.
Okay, do not take aim from yourself. Thank you, Coil. Still die anyway. Do not die, Coil. Okay. What? Okay, off to a great start, fellas. No, you're in my spot. What the fuck are those hitboxes? No, I fucking take everything back from my teammates. What the fuck are those hitboxes? Yeah, let me just like take a long trip around. Fuck. Fuck off. Nope, 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 not again, not again, no.
This was the second time I played this map in the festival, and it was thankfully loaded in this time.
Oh fuck!
So the sword walked off, the Katana used his E which pushed him back, so I now know I'm not the only person to have ever done that. And in my defense, I've barely played the new version of this map, so I thought there was ground there. I guess it being loaded and didn't make that much of a difference.
No. Again? What the fuck is happening over there? What is happening? What, you're playing hype? Oh, he. What the fuck?
From only playing 2 games on it, my thoughts about this map are the old version is so much better. Devs, please bring it back. I did not actually think that this would happen. Thank you, developers? For fuck's sake, I'm never releasing this video at this rate.
Die, 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 die. Wait, I hit that? Wait, what? Let's fucking, I'm fucking happy about that MVP. I did not see that this was here. Okay. Twenty and oh, 20 and oh. What the fuck? You good, bro? Yeah, I understand. And we're talking. What? Oh my. Shut the fuck out. That doesn't count. The game was over. That doesn't count.
And now, into game 37, the last match of the festival.
Also, no, I got the cancelled it. Why am I'm stuck in mid. I can't move. Devs, I can't. I'm stuck in midair. What the fuck is my bug found? Huh? What the fuck is? I'm still killing people. What the fuck just... What? I'm still stuck. And I got MVP. And I'm Comedy Night. The last match of the fucking day. I'm done. I got Comedy Night. It's not like I'm ever going to use this title because... Welcome back, fighters. We've lost the festival, I just know it. Looks like it. Yeah. Can I just skip this? I've lost.
Wait, we're showing the mid-festival results again? No, I can't do.
Why? I know we lost. Why do we have to see this again? I'm going to take a wild guess and say that we lose all of them again. Yep, well, yeah, there's 2. Oh, we got 1. Holy shit! Why is it drumming? We've lost no matter what. We got 2. Holy shit! We still lost horribly, but At least we got something. Okay, now what?
So here are my stats for day 7 plus day 6, as well as my total stats throughout the entire festival. And now into the next part of the video titled How many times did I self-kill? Can I skip this? We don't... "19 self-kills. Not the best for only playing 7 days, but moving right on into all the pond clips. And that's all of the pond clips, 22 of them. But if you want to be boring and say there's only 21 because in this clip it only showed one pond effect, then fine. But everybody was dead, so I'm counting as 2. And that's all of my self-kills and ponds. Or at least I think that's all of them. Look, there's about 20 hours of footage, and I don't want to have to go through all of that again, so I may have accidentally missed one. Now another thing I want to talk about is the amount of times I played each map. I only played Roblox Mall and Domino Valley once. I understand Roblox Mall being down here as a lot of people don't like it. I actually like it, even the old versions. But I'm very surprised at Domino Valley being at the bottom since it also ties with the normal elevator, which at the time when playing only had a 1 in 10,000 chance of showing up, but I'm not sure if the chances will increase during the festival or not. I am surprised that Roblox Laundromat is this low down here as I think it's an above average map. Underground War, Train Demolition and Hotel Elephant at 3 tying with Spoon Ball. And in the middle there's really nothing of note, but I thought that Rob the Roblox Bank would be higher. So at the third most played is a tie between Shooting Teapot Observatory and Craterdust Capital. Makes sense as Teapot Observatory is a unique map and Craterdust Capital was the new map introduced in the festival. As well as Fractured Space being at 10, I'm not sure if this is a lot or not due to it being random. At second place is another tie with Roblox Arcade and Dark Age Cliffs. Dark Age Cliffs is a really good map so it makes sense, but Roblox Arcade? Don't get me wrong, I think it's a good map, but is it that much better than the ones in between the 8 and 6 range? Now this is coming from me and I just said I liked Roblox Mall, as well as I really like Roblox HQ, as well as I enjoy the old Rocket Arena. So maybe don't take my opinion that seriously. And now, the most played map is Roblox Bowling Alley. So take everything I just said about Roblox Arcade and put it here. It's good, but is it most picked good? So that's the amount of times I played on each map. I just wanted to put this in the video as I thought it was interesting. I feel like I'm forgetting something. How the hell did I play the normal elevator, but not a single match of Roblox Museum? I knew this map was not popular, so every time it appeared I voted for it, as I wanted to get some gameplay of every map, but I guess people really don't like this map. But I want to add in some footage from every map, so here's a clip from 2024 where I just obliterate a biograph. So that's it, that's the festival. I had a lot of fun playing it, but I also have a lot of... So this was going to be the end of the video where I talked about my experience with the festival, but 2 days after the festival ended, I was going through the wiki to check my notes were right, and then I stumbled upon a boss fight link. So I clicked it and was really confused that apparently there's a boss fight. So I went straight to the game and started recording. And so in the wiki, apparently there's a boss fight or something. This is all I've seen of it. Doom Seeker boss fight, Vine forever. Apparently there's another game that was involved. Never heard of this game, and you can just skip it. I've seen the character or like whatever, how it looks, but I know nothing. Like, I don't even know how to access this. Okay, I'm already lost. I'm stupid. You must use... Oh. Okay, am I missing something? I'm just... Oh. Is that my internet or is that the game? I don't... Now my internet's working fine. Okay. My internet was fine. I have zero clue why this happened. It wasn't the same thing as the models not loading in as Roblox was still working, so... Attempt 2. I don't even know, to be honest. Oh, date plus.
Oh, this is like the same effect for your map. Like, light. Hey. Oh, this is sick. Oh. Yo, what up? Who the fuck is this? What's up, dude? You looking cool? Shut up. Doom Seeker. You already said that. Yo, what up? 200 HP. Fuck you, what? Okay.
Thank you, Roblox. No, fuck that. I'm done with that bit. Fuck you, Roblox. Fuck you, David Bowzo-y. I would tell David Bowzo-y to suck my dick, but considering the fact that I'm a minor, he'd probably want to. Oh wait, the boss.
Thank you. Oh god, Oh, is this a puzzle boss fight, or do I have to, like, actually just shoot them?
The boss fight is whatever. It's just run around in a circle and shoot stuff. It's not the most interesting or fun. The music is good, and it does look cool at least. For beating it, you get a Vine Staff skin as well as a badge. I personally think the Vine Staff skin looks a bit ugly. Huh? Oh, what? Okay, look, I didn't really mean to beat the shit out of you, and can't I just say I think the skin looks bad? It was just a coincidence, you know, unlucky editing. Oh yeah, after the boss I also learned that this game has a comic, so I read it. It's not done, but it's fine. The art is nice, can't say anything about the story. And then I got annoyed. So let's go back before the boss where I was talking about my experience playing the Phestival. I had fun, I really liked the Katana rework, learning Coil was fun if painful, and I had a good time. But some problems I have with the game seem to have only gotten worse. The visual clutch was a goddamn mess, the immersion breaking content, the team balance, oh my god, I haven't even talked about that yet. Immersion is something that's really important to me, so anytime it's broken I get pulled out of whatever it is, and it takes away some of my enjoyment. So what exactly am I talking about in Phighting? Hearing and seeing all of that breaks my immersion, as well it gets kind of annoying after a while. Now you might be thinking Phighting is not a serious game, and you're correct, but it's very contained within Roblox, so anytime it references media that's not Roblox related, it really stands out. So anytime I heard the sound effects, it broke my immersion. I know this is not a game breaking issue or anything like that, but it does take away some enjoyment I get, making the game worse for me. But that's nowhere even close to the biggest problem I have with this game. The biggest problem I have is the team balancing / matchmaking, or the lack of it. My second game of the Phestival was unbalanced, and so many matches were a complete landslide with no chance of the other team winning. And so many more were unfair, to where I wasn't having that much fun playing at some points. And with the influx of new players because of the Phestival, it only made this problem worse. If you're thinking playing pro servers, that's fair, but I don't find them fun, and even if I did, almost nobody plays in them, so it isn't a solution. And it's been like this since I started playing this game, which was over 3 years ago. So some things have gotten better like Boombox and Katana, while some things have gotten worse like the immersion breaking content. But what about the Phestival? The reason why I played this game again? Well, to be honest, I found it really disappointing. Comedy vs Strategy I would say only got 2 meaningful pieces of content, the Katana rework and Craterdust Capital. And that's it. Yes, there was a fact space remake, but outside of the Phestival it has a 0.2% chance of showing up, as well as the Phestival cannons and bonus rounds are only temporary as well. And I didn't feel like the Phestival cannons impacted the game at all, and I didn't like a lot of the bonus rounds. Now yes, there were also 12 skins added in this Phestival, which is way more than any other ones, but I don't really care for them. Not saying they look bad, but at the end of the day, they're just cosmetics. Compared to past Festivals, there are on average a lot more maps added while Comedy vs Strategy gets skins. So my overall thoughts about the Phestival were mixed and disappointed. But it wasn't just the Phestival. For not playing for 8 months, the only noticeable piece of content that was added at that time was the Boombox rework and some changes to some maps. So I thought that there would be a bit more stuff just in general. So after the Phestival, learning about a boss fight in the comic kinda got me annoyed. But it doesn't even end there. With how long this video is taken to make, more updates have happened, and I think they contribute to this. A bit after the festival, there was a stickers update, which once again are just cosmetics, as well as adding in more immersion breaking content. And the April Fool's update happened, which does have a lot of stuff that takes time to create. I don't care about the immersion breaking content though, as this is just April Fool's. And at the time of me writing this, there was an update that added 9 new skins, 84 new stickers, as well as adding name cards, as well as a rework to one of the maps. But I want to be really clear, I'm not against rule-breaking cosmetics being added. I think a lot of skins look really good, and having ways to express yourself and show off stuff is really good. I got annoyed because there needs to be a balance between the actual game and all of this other stuff, skins, comics, stickers, etc. And I felt it was tipping a bit more towards this other stuff more than it should have been, as a lot of time and effort has to go into creating this stuff. Hell, even the April Fool's maps. Now, am I expecting too much? Now, this game is in alpha, as well as in the description, it says there are no set deadlines for any updates. I'm not a game developer, but what I do know is games are really difficult to make and it's a mess a lot of time, so making new content does take a long time. But I do also just want to add on how impressive this game is considering it's a Roblox game, and more so as knowledge that this game is a passion project. I cannot stress this enough, there's so much that has to go into this, so this game existing and being as good as it is incredible. While I'm out here just trying to make a video that doesn't sound like a madman rambling. I don't think I'm succeeding with that. Now with this game being an alpha and as just previously mentioned it being a passion project, it might not seem the most fair to be criticizing it. But I've been criticizing it for the past bit because I really like it. I'm not going to make an hour-plus long video about something I don't like. And I think it can be so much better than it currently is, and I really believe the developers are capable of making it happen. With the limited resources this game has, I just wish a bit more focus was on the core game before the world building and cosmetics, as that's just what I think is best for the game. And even though I'm not going to play this game anymore because, well... But even if Roblox wasn't like this, I still probably wouldn't make that many more videos about this game because, how do I put it? But even with all of that, I still want this game to be the best it possibly can and succeed, as I just really like it. Oh shit, it's Van Hammer. Well, oh, it's probably because all the times I killed Vine staff. Yeah, that would make sense. Look, she already beat the shit out of me, so even. I don't think I need to go to prison, alright? Oh, it's for that. I should have never trusted him. Here's some advice. Never trust a guy who can do a triple backflip. They're always up to... Damn. Hey, how much money did I save from doing the tax evasion? What the fuck am I going to do with it? You just made this yourself. What am I? This isn't money. Oh my god. At least I still have YouTube, and I don't have Wi-Fi, god. Do you know the password? Okay, so this is the end of the video now, you can leave. I'm just going to be talking about this video and some other stuff. Also, this part of the video is unscripted, so it's just going to be a mess. Okay, so first of all, I've not been working on this video for over a year. So a bit after the festival happened, some stuff in my life happened, and I'm not going to go into here, but I lost access to my old channel. So I was really demotivated. But after a while, I wanted to get back into stuff. So the last video on my channel, The Father's Killing Bad Business, that's some like even older footage. So I very quickly threw that video together to try to get back into editing. So after I made that video, I started working on this video. So I've only been working on this video for about 7 months, which, you know, it's better than a year. Not by much, I guess, but still, I don't take that long to edit videos, I guess. Okay, so I just want to get that out of the way. But another thing I really need to talk about is I did steal some stuff for this video. One thing unintentionally though. One of the things I stole was from another video called For Profit Creative Software. It was a transition in that video to talk about something else. I stole that in the part where I was talking about the anti-healing mechanic with Coil. The reason for that was I was just struggling with that part. I could not figure out how to bring it up. So after rewatching the video for the first time, it's a really good video and you should definitely watch it. I decided, screw it, I'm going to steal it. So, sorry. And the unintentional thing I stole was some words from the wiki where I just copied them one for one. When I was talking about the Katana rework and its abilities, as well as the maps of Craterdust Capital and PHIGHTER Space, I never tried to copy anybody else. I never watched anybody else's videos at all, and I never really tried to look at the wiki. But specifically for PHIGHTER Space, I was having a difficult time with it, so I looked at the wiki for inspiration on what words they use, and I did copy some text over one to one, but I meant to change that later, but I didn't because I forgot to. And because this video is a mess. Every single thing about this video is a mess. There was zero planning. I'm not joking about that, by the way. There was literally zero planning I did. Or after I got over the fridge and started editing this video, all I did was put it on a timeline, cut out the best parts of like when I get kills, when do I self-kill, all of that. And then after I did that, I just started editing the video. No script, no planning, just ideas in my head. For when I was like going to talk about bonus rounds, when was I going to talk about Katana, like how do I bring this up? How do I talk about this thing? As well as bits that went on throughout the entire video, like the Hyperlaser bit. I knew I wanted that from the start, where it's specifically like insult, make fun, or like kill Hyperlaser, so I could have that lead up to when I talk about him. But something I didn't realize when doing it was a lot of the jokes I added felt as if I was insulting the people, making fun of the people that play Hyperlaser, and that's something I don't want to do, because I have no problem with people that play Hyperlaser. So I had to go back and change so much stuff a lot of times to like get it right. And for the ongoing bit with Vine Staff, I didn't originally have that idea in my head when first making this video. I just had so many clips of Vine Staff where I thought, I could probably do something with this. So I spent a lot of time just going through the video, seeing like, oh, is there a Vine Staff clip here or whatever, or going through footage to see if I can find anything to add earlier in the video. It was the same thing as well for the Broker and Banhammer sort of bit, where I didn't plan for that. When I was making the graphic for the character readability part, I couldn't make them line up how I wanted to because there's only 15 characters in the game. But if there were 16, I could have made it how I wanted. So I was thinking, what do I do for this part? Then the only other character from the game that I know is the Broker. And I realized, since Banhammer is in the scene, and so is the Broker, I could have something there. So that's how I originally started. And I realized the Broker already shows up in the video before when talking about All for One. So I thought, what can I make him say? Tax evasion, sure, why not? And then it sort of just went on there, from there. Now, I do not care if this is in character, like if it's correct to the law or whatever. I have no fucking clue about any of that. So I just wanted to try and make something funny. So that's how that started. It was very much a mess though. Alright, organization. So about halfway through this project, I realized, oh, I need to plan more. So I started taking notes. I started doing this. So not only did I have to learn how to make this video, how to do visual effects, all of this stuff. How do I even make a video like this that I've never done before? So I had to learn how to do that while also learning how to be organized. As well as learning in Blender how to rig, how to do 3D models, how to do animation, all that stuff. So yeah, this video is a mess. But is this video good? I have truly no idea. Like, I'm the creator of this, so I have just such a different perspective from the viewer, which is you. But I don't really think it's very good. There were so many parts where I could have definitely improved stuff. With the way that I edit this is, I would literally just go through each day, day by day, just try and find the best clips and put them in order and try to create a story around that. And I did achieve that. That was one of the things I really wanted to do. I wanted all the major events to happen at the time that I started them, or whatever happened at the time when playing, and so they would all be in order. And I did achieve that, but I also do kind of think that hurt the video a bit. Not necessarily because I did that, because of how I did that, because I don't have the experience. But I am overall quite proud of myself that I was able to manage to achieve that. And by the later days, I think I got better at doing it. And I think the first day struggled the most because I just had no clue what I was doing. I did go back and re-edit some stuff in the first day, but I realized if I want to get this to how I want this to be, I would just need to re-edit the entire day from scratch, and that was just something I was not willing to do. So every single clip in each day, it does actually come from that day. Except for after I talked about the maps such as Craterdust Space and Craterdust Capital, as I do think it would just make sense to put clips from other days after I talk about the maps, just to have more footage there. As well as from day 6, the day that I only showed the pwned clip, there were 2 other clips that came from that day that I thought were really good, but I thought it would just be funnier if I just put a single pwned clip. So those did go into other end of day edits. So sorry for lying about that. One of the things I could have done better as well was going from funny moments to talking about in-depth stuff for a while, like Katana's rework or level design. The reason I don't think those parts are bad is because my script writing is terrible. That's the part I'm least confident in and least proud of. So I didn't add in jokes or really anything into those parts, as I just removed them as I didn't feel like they were very good or just disrupted the video. And that's a skill issue on my part. But ultimately, I don't care if this video is good. I don't care if people like that or not, because at the end of the day, I'm making this video for myself. I'm making this video as a goodbye to this game, as I'll never play it again just because of, well, all the things I said about Roblox. 2 more videos. 2 more videos and I'm done with this godforsaken platformer. So, even if this video is not good, even if people don't like it, if it becomes outdated in 2 weeks after I release it, I do not care because I'm proud of it. I've made it. The sheer amount of stuff I learned in the making of this video, and people can see it. It's done. You're viewing it right now, and that's not a thing I can say for lots of other things I've done in my life. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to go eat an ice cream sandwich now. Okay, this is the end for real now. I just need to put this in because this video of me is just me playing with my cat, but like, bro, he got my ass right here. Like, he actually got me, god damn it.